And we're back with some more Dyson Sphere Program. And I'm just about finished getting distracted. I'm pretty sure I'm finished getting distracted. This is our ball that we started making, and of course it went horrifically wrong. Of course it did. You see, this here was meant to be the back line of the mall, and that would give us all of our basic materials, and then this front line would handle the more advanced stuff. Of course, it all went haywire like pretty much immediately. Like over here it wanted these things here, super magnetic rings, which we have put on the line. All we had to do to make the super magnetic rings was, where is it? Put down all of this here to make green motors. We make regular motors, green motors, and the cogs to feed into both of them. But of course, we didn't have enough space to put them all in over there. So then we put in the blue motor production over here. So that gave us blue motors, which go into that tower over there. And those blue motors get flown over this direction and dumped onto the transport belt, which was great. That meant we could then make level 3, sorters. So sorter Mark 3's cool, we can make them. Unfortunately, we had to feed sorter Mark 2's into them, and they required green motors, and didn't have green motors anywhere nearby, so what we've done is, this is our supplemental bus for our, mall. Yeah, green motors come along here, and then they pop out, and then we've got, I think above it, we've got steel beams. Yeah, we've got titanium beams, and above that I think we actually have titanium itself, and above that we have particle containers. And this slowly morphed into us getting... these supply ships as well. We got those logistic drones, we need lots of those. We also needed these interstellar logistic ships, and we also needed these interstellar logistic stations. In fact, let's make sure we have 20 of those on hand. Perfect. And that got us sorted on basically all the main things we need to, well, keep expanding this as much as we want. We can keep chucking stuff down this planet. All we do is find an empty space on the dark side, because we want to save the light side for solar panels. Chuck down one of these interstellar logistic stations, you just plug in what you need. Like this does fire ice. Fire ice comes in, spits out the graphene and the hydrogen. And, oh my god, we're overloaded on hydrogen. We need to find some way to dispose of that hydrogen. One moment. We chucked on a few overflow thermal power plants here. Their job is to consume all of the excess hydrogen that comes out of this thing. This thing produces way more hydrogen than we need right now. That'll change once we start getting into the sciencey stuff, but it just means that it will stifle graphene production if we let it. That our graphene had completely run out there. That might explain... that might have caused a bottleneck somewhere, but it doesn't matter. We have fed on an enormous amount of thermal power plants here. This stuff goes around like this, gets fed down that direction, and as our power draw goes up, it should start consuming that hydrogen even faster, which should hopefully increase graphene production. But enough of the bus. No more distractions, no more distractions. It's time to actually utilize all this stuff. We can now basically knock out all the science. We should be able to go all the way up to white science just by, well, chucking down more and more stuff on this planet. We're still running on basic resources, though. So we've got, your copper ore and all that, but we don't have any fancy resources in this sector. If we click in the sun here, we can see the only fancy things we've got is crude oil and fire ice. But honestly, fire ice is not that big of a deal. We're getting that from an ice giant anyway. It's the crude oil and the fire ice are the only real special ones, and crude oil, well, you kind of need that to do any science at all, so not really that big a deal either. So, to make the science should actually be very straightforward. We've got most of these items all built somewhere around here. So we're going to do 2 sciences here. The first thing we're going to need is green circuits, or circuit boards as it's called. We're also going to need magnetic coils, and that is basically blue science. Nope, we're going to demand those. And we're going to fill this thing up with logistic drones. Then, down here, we're going to go for red science. Red science requires energetic graphite, which we're also going to go with demand. And it also requires hydrogen, I believe. There we go. And we can also make U demand. Then we have to power it. Currently, stuff's being brought to it, but... One second. Once we power that sucker... Yep, our little bots can go out and grab it as well. Oh, we're a bit short on green circuits. I thought there would be more green circuits on the network. Let me go check to see how green circuit production is doing. No, green circuits are looking good. Oh, there's no logistics drones in it. Might explain why it's a little bit slow. There we go. See a little bit more drain there as the logistics drones kick in. And now, where were we? Right, better. Circuit boards are done. So, let's put together science real quick. So, we just chucked as many as we could. I mean, worst case scenario, we don't need them. Done. Now we just need to fill this full of magnetic coils and circuit boards. Though I think we're going to chuck some Proliferator on top of this. Well, this got a little messier than expected, or than anticipated, but it's fine, it's fine. All we've got here is we're going to have the resources pour out here. come through these coating machines that are going to put Proliferator on it to make the stuff more productive, let's just say. And then that will give us the blue science, and the blue science will pop out the other side here once we get something to actually pop it out. And then once it pops out the other side, it'll go down here, also get proliferated and dumped into the storage tower. The storage tower can handle blue and red science. And we might actually put the other sciences facing towards it this direction to feed into it. That way we have all 4 of them coming out of this, and then we'll put the actual tower we'll put a tower somewhere else to actually burn them all off. First though, we've got to do the next color up. That is yellow. There's actually a few things we haven't covered in yellow yet. We haven't made organic crystal, and we have not made diamond. But diamond is pretty simple. There's literally this over here, which is turning coal into energetic graphite, and then all we have to do is take that energetic graphite and turn that into diamond. Like 2 seconds. For laying these out nice and quickly, we are using blueprints. We've got smelter column here. Let's see, we'll turn that around. We'll line that up right about there. Looks good. Oh, it wants us to hold shift and enter. I think there's some places where it's incapable of being placed. Oh no, looks about fine. In that case, we'll hook that up there. We'll let that finish out. And then all we do is we grab one of these, let's say, and then we change the recipe. We'll change it over to diamond. Yes, diamond is what we were looking for. Perfect. Then instead of, like, you can copy and paste the recipes with the, the less than symbol to greater than symbol, but I find it's just easier to basically just copy the entire thing, hold down shift on something, click on it, copies it, and then you can just go like that, drag, select along. And you can change up to 15 of them at a time. Also helps you put in any inserters you might have missed. I find this a much easier way of making sure you get everything done quickly and efficiently. With that all finished up, all we have to do is turn this on. All that needs to be fed is energetic graphite. So we pop over here, chuck it on, and done. Might need to put down another one of these arc smelters at some point, but for now, that at least gets us started on our next layer of science. What we're missing is these things, titanium crystals, but we are also missing organic crystals. So we have to put organic crystals first, but organic crystals, that requires plastic. We don't have plastic either, so we have to make plastic and organic crystals, and then finally we can churn out some titanium crystal. After a little bit of fiddling around, we're almost there, but not quite. We have all of the resources ready to go for the red and blue sides, but there's no point kicking it off until we've got the next 2 done as well. So that's going to require doing the yellow and purple sides. Now yellow, not that bad. All we need is these titanium crystals and diamond. We finally got those done. For the purple, over here, a little bit different. We need these processors. Already got them on the bus. We need them for making some stuff on our mall. So, they're already finished. Easy peasy. Problem is the particle broadband. This is going to require a few things. Well, actually, just the nanofiber stuff. This thing, carbon nanotubes. Now, that is just going to require titanium and graphite, which is actually pretty handy. We've already got those already, so this should be fairly quick to put together, actually. Though then, we have to put together Proliferator. What we want to do is put Proliferator on all of these inputs that are going into the science labs and onto all of the inputs that are going to be going to, or on all of the science that comes out that we're going to put into our labs as well. That should boost its productivity. So we still have to put down, a Proliferator production facility, which is going to... Proliferator Mark 1 just requires coal. Easy peasy. Proliferator Mark 2 still just requires coal. It's just some of that coal has to be turned into energetic graphite, which then gets turned into diamond, and that will give you a Proliferator Mark 2. And the Proliferator Mark 2 can actually be applied to the ingredients of the Proliferator, so it's cool. But Proliferator Mark 3, that's going to require some carbon nanotubes. So I was thinking we mass produce more carbon nanotubes than we need, so that we can mass produce a whole bunch of Proliferator Mark 3. We'll be getting more into the Proliferator as we get into the later game and we start doing some truly ridiculous stuff, but for that we're going to need a lot more power, like giant blue sun, massive Dyson Sphere levels of power to really take advantage of it to stupid extremes. We are almost finished on setting up science after, God, I've no many hours, not a clue. The amount of hours I've invested since the start, like I'd have to go back and look, but probably about 20 hours of faffing about when I could have just went on to the next science. Laziness, I tell you. Pure laziness. Anyway, what we're going to do here is we're going to chuck in some coal. Now, what should happen is this coal will go down here and it'll get turned into Proliferator Mark 1, which will come back up here and around into these machines. Those machines just need to have some that diamond stuff, what's it called? Whatever it is. Combined with that diamond stuff, they'll start sitting at Proliferator Mark 2. Guys, you gonna do that? Damn it, that's an output, not an input. So I'm curious, if I change that to that direction, does it copy? No, it does not. I'm going to have to go and erase every single one of these. This could take a second. Right, yeah. So that's Proliferator Mark II. Then that comes down here, and that needs to be combined with this stuff. What is it? Yep, carbon nanotubes. And you need to come back out here, and you are going to take in Proliferator Mark III. So this is going to store up in here and be used as local supply everywhere. As well as that, though, we're going to pop the local Proliferator Mark III out here. That's going to go out on top of the line. You, give me that stuff. Now, if we check our inventory here, we actually have Proliferator Mark III. And we'll grab some from over here as well. This is unproliferated. Damn it, it stuck them both into the same pile. Right, okay, so there's different types of proliferation. Proliferation points 2. So this combines? Okay, I maybe haven't looked into this enough. Alright, so we're using Proliferator Mark III on the coal. The coal goes in here, which spits out Proliferator Mark I, which has its booster thingy on it. Is this stuff boosted? Yes, it is already boosted. So this goes in here, which boosts the amount that comes out. Extra products plus 25%, production speed plus 100%. The diamond also goes in, and that, God knows what that does. Okay. I think we're going to have lots of proliferation going on, and once the proliferation is done, the proliferator will get proliferated. So, as long as we're using Mark III proliferated proliferator, we should get quite a bit of a nice bonus on our science. And all of that stuff is in there, and it's looking pretty good. 75 sprays per proliferator. Okay. Extra products plus 25%, production speed up plus 100%, energy consumption plus 150%. Yeah. Grand. Okay, that looks good. We'll let that do its thing, and I should probably dump all this stuff in here. This stuff is actually quite beautiful to watch go. You can see it there just flashing as it applies the proliferator to everything. But next up, we are going to grab a line out of this. Say we'll come across here. Nope. We're going to come across here. And not quite. We're going to come right down there, and that should feed Proliferator onto our science setup, which means we're just about done. You, give me some of that tasty proliferation. Oh yeah, we got loads. That goes down here, loads up all of these proliferation application devices. Taking a little bit of time to get all the way down to the end, but I think we are golden. Perfect. Now the only thing left to do is I think there was one last thing that needed to go in here. Particle broadband. Still have not completed you. Damn it! We are ready. We've got it all sorted, I think. I mean, I haven't actually switched it on, so it could all fail horrifically, but I'm optimistic. What do we need for here? We need green and electromagnets. Okay, give me green. And give me these electromagnets. And there goes the blue research. Blue research should pop out the other side. Ooh. Yeah, there you go. Blue research. Perfect. Now, what do you want? You want energetic graphite and you want hydrogen. Easy peasy. So, energetic graphite and hydrogen. Done. And then the red will pop out the other side. Get some proliferator applied, and then on it continues. Right, yellow. What is it you would like a taste of again? Diamonds and the other type of diamonds. Right, there and there. Perfect. And finally, this stuff here, I mean, it's all the prep work that goes into making this just work. You can be particle broadband, and you can be the processor thingy, what's it? And all processing, all going, all moving, and then all of that stuff is going into these planetary logistic stations on the end. Hey, information matrix produced. How are we looking on things getting knocked out? Lots of them. What are you? Milestone, kimberlite ore. You've collected kimberlite ore. A treasure of the universe is directly produced from crystal. I'll get around to that at some point, maybe. Alright, you guys done? I didn't put any exit points on you. That is, yep, sloppy. Very sloppy. Don't worry. 1 second. Perfect. Same for you guys. Exit points. Finished. Alright, all of that stuff is then going to get shuttled over here. Then, we're going to feed it into our science labs. How much have we got? 84 is the least amount. Then we just start piping it into this. That's it. These are all the labs that consume it, so let's just say, give me blue. Give me red. Give me yellow. And finally, give me purple. Oh, and we should keep some research. Let me pick something appropriate. Mech Core Level 4. Yes, I want this. Like, just immediately. Lack of research material? No. There is no lack of research material. There you go. Perfect. Now, this stuff is proliferated, so I presume it's going to be better. Whoa. I presume it gets eaten alive. Yeah, extra products, 25%, so maybe it gives us more research. We'll find out as it goes. And why is red slacking? Red, what's wrong with you? Why are you being so weak sauce? I think we need another red lab. Yeah, I think we do. Okay. That should give us more red, right? I just realized I never put any real speed caps on any of this stuff. I have no idea what this is going to go out at. I probably should have measured out the amount we're going to need, but then between the Proliferator and all that stuff, who knows? This might be a little bit faster than I anticipated. Let's have a quick check at our production stuff. Oh. Oops. We were only aiming for 90, but, I mean... Sure? That's going to massively drain everything, isn't it? You know what? Let's not care. We're just not going to care. It'll probably be fine and work out okay. It just means we'll get you some of the research a little bit faster. Well, that's nice. Though we do want to actually get some more research going, and I was thinking corvettes. I do want to kill that stuff that's flying around our planet. That should immediately kick in. Though, yeah, there's loads of stuff we can grab. I want vertical launch silos as well. Those would be quite handy so that we can start making a Dyson Sphere, though I don't want to make a Dyson Sphere until we've dealt with the bots that are in orbit. They've cause us problems. Plasma turrets. Look destructive. Nope, nope, nope. Universe exploration. Yes, we need to find somewhere close by that's quite tasty and preferably has really good resources. And then we need to knock out a whole bunch of these, including weapons upgrades. I've stopped our farming of that other place. We were farming a dark fog base. It was taking up too much time, and I was kind of too concerned about it. We'll come back later, but we'll use lasers or something as well to make it just a little bit more sustainable. In the meantime, I'm thinking we're going to grab a few upgrades from in here. Well, well, well. Fighter durability and warship durability have been increased. In fact, we have knocked out all of the weapon stuff down here. It's time for us to go into space and start fighting that space hive. Or, you know, probably dying horrifically. There's a lot of them, and all it seems we can do is... This seems to be the space fighters. We have two groups of them, and it took me a while to figure out, but you can set them up in different formations. For example, if you have access to destroyers, we do not, you can put your format like this. So what we want to do is switch it all over to corvettes, just 100% corvettes. We have a lot of spare corvettes going around. I say we get even more corvettes going on. In fact, we're going to crank it up. I have no idea how many of these we're going to need, so you know what? Let's just make sure we got lots. Actually, you know what? Let's fill her up. Fill her up the whole way. First, I'm going to save it, and then we're going to go out and pick a fight with the Hive. I don't think we can take it on entirely right now, but we should be able to get a feel for the combat, maybe kill a few of them. Maybe we can lure them back to the planet and kill them that way. We'll have to see. Time to go pick a fight. Let's find, hopefully, the furthest away place. You know what? We'll head this direction. We'll go over here and try and pick a fight with these fellas on the edge. Oh, ships are deploying. Not seeing anything happening just yet. Let's try and do a close flyby and then sort of pull them away. I don't want to try and fight them all at once. Oop, there we go. Yep, they've spotted us. Why is there no noise? Shouldn't there be like pew pew? Okay, I know it's space and it's in a vacuum and there should be no noise, but it's a video game. We should get pew pew noises. Oh, it looks good, but it sounds like nothing. Wait, is this it? I mean, I could turn on the music, but it's just not quite the same. How's our guys looking? Okay, we've lost, well, a lot.
Upgrade complete.
How many have they lost? Not enough, I think. And we're still continuing to the research. Our research is actually coming along quite nicely. If we check under here, yeah, in the last 10 minutes, we've done 195 research. Okay, information matrix is going to be our big bottleneck. We could go around and fix that later and make it more, but I think we're fine actually doing it at this distance. Why are our fighters going that far away? I don't want them getting so close. Okay, the new spawns probably won't. Oh, no. They're immediately getting stuck in. It's like, how do I tell how many of them I've killed or if I've killed any of them? Oh. Like a whole half wing of it seems to be missing. Oh, I think we've annoyed them. They're a little bit stirred up in there. Guys? Nope, that's a little bit too close. That feels slightly hairier than I am comfortable with. The blue line down here is their shields. Our shields are doing okay. And ooh, that's they're a bit close. Yeah. Oh my god, that's way too close. Ships. More ships. More ships. More. Launch them all. Okay, no, our fleet is still there. There's 24 corvettes in existence right now. Are they fighting? Actually, hold to charge. I don't know what that means. Okay. Are we actually doing anything? I'm not even sure what the combat's like in this. I should probably read the instructions. Nah, let's just fumble around a bit longer. We seem to be killing at least some of them. Like, if I'm reading this right, we've killed a bunch. And our ships are still going along, and we still have plenty more in reserve. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. Let's just keep chewing away at them. After a while, they'll eventually either all be dead, or I'll run out of ships and have to go back and rearm. So we can basically just throw wave after wave of our own little robot people at them, and eventually they'll just grind them down? I mean, we slowly are grinding them down. Oop, I could have sworn I saw something. Yeah, that's something blapped our shields. Yep. Wait, no, was that us? Whoa. Let's maybe get a little bit further. I do not like that. I do not like that one bit.
Upgrade.
We'll just zip up and down a bit. Yeah, I know there's a... fine. We'll get rid of that upgrade thingy. Perfect. Now, let's get out of here. Ooh. Okay. I think they're still dying, but it's slower. Are they like tougher ships? Maybe they're the destroyers. The smaller fighter wings seem to have already disappeared. I'm just going to keep grinding away at these guys and staying on the edge. Our power reserves, though, are starting to run low. Like, we're running on deuterium fuel rods, so it's not quite covering our coasting costs. That's the turning that gets me, I suppose. Or maybe, actually, how much energy does it cost to generate the fighters? Is launching them costing us resources? Hey, one down. We're kind of zipping, doing a little flyby of their area on the way back to base. I want to go back and get a recharge on energy. Little bit close, but it's fine. Yeah, we'll fly back home, get a top up on energy, and then go back out. And yep, they're definitely chasing us. Will they chase us back to the planet? And if so, will our planetary defenses shoot at them? Come on, keep following. You know you want to. Yeah, we're still killing them. We're wiping out ships left, right, and center. Perfect. I am more than happy to eat this attrition rate. I can actually see their ships slowly blowing up one at a time. And we're sort of... turn around. And we're sort of orbiting our own planet. You know what? Let's land for a second, charge up our batteries, and then head right back out again. Oh, core energy's not looking great. Like, are we fighting from the ground now? Or are ships just continuing to keep going out and killing all their stuff? Because if that's the case, I am more than happy to just sit here soaking power in between these power poles and letting our fighters do their damage. How's space looking? Yeah, we're still launching people. So like if I put a box of fighter ships around me, would that still keep us go? You know what? It's fine. Just keep doing your thing, boys. Keep doing your thing. I think the fighters are gone. Yeah, I'm not seeing any ships anymore. I think it's just the Hive that's left behind. I don't know if we want to kill the Hive. Assuming it can no longer spawn fighters, there's no point killing it anymore, is there? Well, I mean, it'd be rude not to go over and at least have a look. I presume they will have base defenses and such like that we will have to worry about. There is definitely, I can see some sort of defenses shooting at our ships. So the closer we get to this, I'm hoping that our ships will smart target the weapons platforms. We don't have to tell them, do we? It's hard to tell. What is that? Photon receiver. You are...
Upgrade.
Lancer port. What the hell is a Lancer port? Damn it! Go away, research. Just not now. I like research, but no. Lancer port. Hive production facility. Humpback port. Used to use humpbacks. Okay, it sounds like a whale thing. Photon receiver, photon receiver, photon receiver. Yeah, let's just start chewing bits of this apart. I don't want to kill it, but I definitely want to chew up chunks of it.
Mineral depleted.
Ah, phase laser tower. How do I target that? Oh. Wait a minute, does this thing actually just kill things? Did I point them at? No, never mind. I will do some research on the combat stuff in the background, but for now, I'm just going to chew up this base a little bit. Make sure it's less of a threat. It's technically a level 5 base, but now I'm guessing it's less. Press shift to accelerate, costs energy. No, I think I'm good. I think we're just going to stay near this and chew away around the outside. I don't want to kill the core, though I think our bots are probably going to do that for us, are they? If they do, they do. Ah. Whoa. Was that our gunfight? I think we have a gun too. May have. Yeah. Oopsie. We have a very close range weapon built into this thing. Okay, you know what? That's enough of that. I think we have made our message clearer. You're dead. And now we can do whatever we want in the system. We can come back and clean it out later, or if it repairs itself, we can actually start farming it. But for now, let's go back to the planet and sort ourselves out. And by sort ourselves out, I mean get ready for the next level of tech. As far as I can see, that node is not completely dead. It seems to have got a replacement part installed. As in, you can see there's now a new Hive core after we destroyed the last one. I think that Hive core was basically one of those things that flies around and lands on the planets. That came in and took over as a replacement. So we'd have to wipe out all of those to kill it, probably. I don't really want to. I want them to keep trying to land on the planet, and I want to find one and start farming it. But not just yet. I've also discovered there's these things called seeds out on the galaxy map. Seeds do not make me feel comfortable. Those seeds mean, yeah, they're going to cause problems. We're going to probably want to kill those seeds, but to do that, we're going to need to get our hands on space warpers so that we can warp around the place. We have a bunch of stuff we need to do. Though, we can see planets now, or we can see systems up to 6 light years away and see what's on them. So, for example, I'm looking at this place as a maybe expansion point. Lots of iron, copper, silicon, titanium, stone, loads of coal. They've got crude, they've got ocean. They also have a bunch of other stuff like, well, most importantly, stalagmite crystals. They should be pretty handy. And organic crystals. Both of those should allow us to cut some corners here and there, though, I'm kind of eyeballing stuff a little bit further afield. Like, there is an O-type star over here. They've usually got great luminosity. That one's, yeah, 2.09. Like, we got to start putting together a Dyson Sphere. Right now, we've just got the basics of basics. So I think what the next step will be, just do the last level of tech. The last level of tech is green. That shouldn't be too hard considering everything we've got plugged into. I went around on the off-screen section and I plugged in a whole bunch more coal because we needed coal to keep everything going. We also plugged in some more oil. Oil production right now should be, yeah, we've maxed out. All of our resources are flowing at maximum capacity. And if we check under research, you'll notice we're doing 195 on the information matrices. And that's sustained over the last 10 minutes. And in the last minute's 198. Last hour, 195. So we're stably producing 190 researcher ish of everything. So we can knock that out in no time. Then we just got to put together about 190 of the final research, and that'll get us up to the very last levels of tech. At which point I'm thinking Dyson Sphere. We can make a Dyson Sphere around this system and use that to fuel us. We don't need a lot of power. All we want to do is get some antimatter together. Antimatter is the best source of power. Well, it was. So some doped up antimatter with some Proliferate on it should allow us to, well, fly to another section, plop down some artificial sun power generators, chuck in the antimatter stuff, and boom, we'll have a power supply at a remote location. That's all we're going to do. Get a good power supply going so that we can fly somewhere else and set up a proper, like, mass production facility. Then we can worry about colonizing the big blue giant. I mean, the whole point of this is to see if we could replicate the big blue giant Dyson Sphere before that we did like 3 years ago, without the game falling over and my computer crying. We'll be fine. Anyway, I'm going to cut this out here for the day. I hope you enjoyed. Good luck.